Disruptive growth, creating a new market and value network that eventually redefines and replaces the old market, is the holy grail of business at the moment. But who should deliver it? Well, chief marketing officers are ideally placed, but all too often they're not stepping up. Well, to discuss what can be done, let's talk to Rachel Barton, Managing Director of Advanced Customer Strategy for the UK, Europe and Latin America at Accenture Strategy. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. Rachel, welcome to the Business Debate.
It's great to be here. Thank you very much.
Now, basic question first, how would you define disruptive growth, and have you got a favourite example?
Disruptive growth is really about doing things differently, taking risks and being bold in business. I think my favourite example is probably Lego. We all know the toy manufacturer, well known for innovation. They've created an entry-level toy called Mindstorms, which is based on robotics. And they've developed that into a software platform, and now they're starting to use that as an educational tool. So finding ways to extend basic products into new propositions is key in disruption.
And chasing that disruptive growth can lead to lots of different roles being created. We can have the Chief Data Officer, Chief Experience Officer, Chief Happiness Officer. So what are the skills that are needed?
Well, the skills are becoming much more expansive now. We're seeing clear skills in data, analytics, being able to understand the customer and their needs, but also in product development, in advertising, in creativity, design-led thinking. So having all of those skills is complex to house under one role or one individual.
And if you divide it up amongst different individuals, what are the benefits or disadvantages of doing that?
Well, there are some obvious disadvantages. Having so many roles on the C-suite being responsible for growth means that you're essentially running growth by committee. Everybody and no one is accountable, and things can fall between the cracks. But there are some benefits. It's very hard to have one person responsible for all of those different types of skills and areas of your business. So finding a way to collaborate and spread the load means that you can recruit the best possible talent.
But then you've made a list of all the different skills that are needed. Is it even possible for one person to have all those different skills?
We're seeing some good examples of organisations who have made some bold moves. They've appointed some great individuals with great experience across those different areas. I think it is possible, yes.
All right. Now, Chief Marketing Officers, CMOs, as you've said, are the obvious people to lead growth. They know the marketing strategy, they know the customer experience. What are they doing about it in the main?
A whole host of things. When we first ran our research in 2009, we saw that 62% of CMOs at the time felt that disruption was on the cards and that their world was going to change dramatically. In that period, we've seen all of these new roles pop up in the C-suite, so they were right. Their role was being disrupted. If we look at what CMOs say now, 91% of them say that their role will continue to be disrupted. And in fact, many CEOs feel as though marketing will be run by digital in 5 years' time. So I think CMOs have anticipated these changes, but they have not necessarily all risen to own and be central to the change and the growth agenda of their organisations.
Now, one way forward is to create external partnerships, outsourcing, sort of creating an ecosystem of outside capabilities. What do you advise your clients about doing that?
Absolutely. It's important to explore the wider ecosystem. The speed that consumers and technology are moving at in today's marketplace is so fast, and the only way to keep up is to think about how you can get ahead of the curve. So finding interesting startups, interesting investors, interesting venture capitalists to work with and collaborate with means that that speed to market and that access to customers is just that much more effective.
And you could even take on, say, a CMO temporarily, maybe on a one-year contract, just to get you over the hump?
Absolutely, and we're also seeing some organisations work with third parties to outsource that whole capability, not just the CMO role, but everything that sits beneath them.
And if you think about, there are some easy wins that businesses can think about doing now if they haven't already started on this road, what would you say are the first things they should be doing?
I think the first thing is to focus on the growth agenda In the same way that organisations traditionally focus on the cost reduction agenda, there has to be a balance, and we're still not seeing that balance quite come through. The second thing is to really start to look at how you can bring speed and agility into your business. So who you are going to partner with, who are those interesting players in the marketplace that can just allow your brand to extend into another customer group or another set of propositions. And then the third thing I would say is really look very hard for talent, because the talent that you're going to need in the future looks a little bit different to the talent that you might have today, and it might sit within your own organisation but perhaps lower down.
All right, well, really interesting. Rachel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And join us next time when we'll be discussing the latest innovations in MBA education and also the circular economy. Bye-bye for now.